Welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Monday, March 8th, 2021. Today we're pulling from the Ethereal Tarot cards. We have the High Priestess. She's making herself known, highlighting the waning crescent time period. So, we're approaching the new moon on the 13th. I feel like she's saying, listen, you know what? We've gone through a lot. A lot of us are going through it. It's like all of us are going through this earthquake right now in our life. And it's like, we can feel the change coming. We're like, oh, what's going to be what's going to be the after, what's going to be the outcome after this earthquake? The stinking bird. And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, there's change coming. This is why you feel uncomfortable. This is, they're saying that, we're going to have the answers. They're highlighting the waning crescent, the 15th through the 20th. A lot of us have made change. They're talking about, we had this in the upright position earlier last week where I could specifically think of a Scorpio with a death card that has made a major change in her life. The King of Swords is talking about an interaction with police officers or lawyers. And I felt, usually when I pull this for people, it's a domestic violence situation. 99.9% of the time, either someone is doing something illegal or someone is, they're getting into a huge fight and the neighbors or one of the parties end up calling the police on the other one. And they're like, you know what? You cut them out. They're like, look, boom, just like that. 24 hours, major change has happened. This is why when people reach out to me and they're going through it, I listen because I know how it feels like to be going through those depressive states where those anxiety states. And it's like fear, worry, and doubt. And our brain takes over and it's just like, we get into our head and it's like making it worse and worse for ourselves. Always make sure, like, if you get to a point where even talking to people doesn't help, seek medical attention. That poor baby that, went to the ER for 8 hours seeking medical attention, nothing happened. 6 days later, she took her life. I'm like, in those 6 days, no psychiatrist could have sat there and say, listen, I'm going to bump you. You're doing good. If you need me, here's my number. I have an emergency, and talk to that poor baby for, an hour. And help her out. 6 days, nobody could have reached out to her. Like, come on now. We got to do better for our youngsters. As they're going through being a child and now, their body is changing, their mind is changing. They're getting into partners. They like, they're falling in love and, they're making decisions for themselves and how, their future. And it's like, this is things like, I homeschool my kids, and the things that we learn sometimes, I'm like, what? I'm like, they should be teaching us mental health. Well, that's your job. I'm like, well, shouldn't that be part of the health education? We talk about sex ed, we talk about condoms, we talk about STDs and preventing pregnancy. Mental health should be part of that. We can learn archery later, another day. Let's have a mental health day. We have Bell Canada Mental Health Day, yet nothing was done for this child. Nothing. We got to do better for our youngsters. We got to do better as individuals for our friends, making that difference to be there for someone, because obviously the healthcare system ain't helping us anytime soon. I feel like with the King of Swords, with this change, you're cutting something out of your life. With if you are a Scorpio or you cut a Scorpio out of your life, that thing is now dead to you. Highlighting the Five of Cups in reverse, it's saying this was a lesson for you and it's going to be water under the bridge. You still have 2 cups remaining. So appreciate what you have, look at those 2 cups as you move forward. Don't look at the 3, don't look at this was a blip. This was a valley, You sat there and you settled for less. You sat there and you changed your wagon to something that you shouldn't have. And it was a lesson for you. And it's like, if you have to dim your light, F that. Change and transformation. Change and transformation. That's exactly what's going on. A lot of us are feeling it. A lot. My inbox is full. I don't know how many hours I spent catching up to. I was closed one day, catching up to friggin' DMs. And everyone's like, who are you talking to? I was mixing up conversations. I was talking to 4 people at one time. And it's just like, we're all going through it. We can all feel it. But it's just like, don't sell yourself short. Just there's something around the corner. We can all feel it. It's like the roller coaster. It's like ding, 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 ding. We're almost at the top and we're about to be released. And we're about to see, what the rest of this roller coaster ride looks like. This had to happen. It's just like when you play Scrabble and you sit there and you shake the box or you shake the bag. That's what's happening to us right now. And they're about to lay out the pieces. They're about to show you, okay, this is what the next chapter looks like. So we're like eagerly waiting, chewing our nails, have a drink, smoke some trees, if that's what's going to help you out. But just know that you're going to get to the other side of this. Major change and transformation, new beginnings with the death card. Death card is not this bad, juju card. It's basically saying, wake up. You need a change and transformation. You need to cut this out of your life. Wake up, dummy. You're better than this. We need to do better for ourselves. We talk about being there for others. Why not wake up and stand up and be there for ourselves? Sit there and be like, you know what? I deserve better. I love me. There's nothing wrong with me. And if this person can't see it, then that's on them. Madam Adam was saying it. He said it so profoundly. He's like, think about all the times that you've gone through something. Who got you through? Me, I always give credit to God. I always give it up to God. Good times, bad times, I always give it to God. But it's like, I sat there and a lot of the time I was by myself through those situations. So he's like, don't look for no lucky rabbit's foot. He's like, don't look for someone to come save you. It's you. So sit there and look at yourself in the mirror. It's like, you're a badass. You got through a lot and we're going to get through this too. So as we're going through this change and transformation, High Priestess shows up. She's saying, you don't know everything that's going on. You don't see the workings that are going on in the background, but it's about to be revealed to you. When I was reading for IG, some of you have to go to Google for this. There's something like, I don't know if this is taxes or if this is a child case or something like that, but you're Googling something, you're getting an article, and you're going to cite this article, not in an abusive or, mean way. Those people are there to help you, whoever you're talking to. And you cite this to them, and that's going to be the information that helps you. So instead of sitting there and panicking and going crazy, they're just saying, go on Google, look for certain things, get things to back up facts, like get the facts that you need to back this up. So they could sit there and they could go be like, listen, X, Y, and Z. And then they can help you out from there. But don't definitely get them as an ally. Don't run them down. They're there to help you. This is not their fault. So she's saying, the High Priestess is not bogged down by fantasy. So get your head out of the clouds. They're showing the 7 of Cups. You're building too many fantasies in the sky. Come down to earth, and let's get the facts of the matter. So not an action card. She's seated. But I feel like it's like seated where it's not like you have to get up and throw hands or something like that. I feel like it's like, have a seat. Let's calmly get through this situation. This is why I'm saying whoever you're talking to on the phone is going to be an ally to you, an asset to you. So take them as that. Don't sit there and start barking at them. Mulling it over. So very much get seated. Start looking for things to back up your case. And that way you can have a positive outcome here. And you'll have the answers within. Maybe even talking with them, you're going to give yourself the answers that you need. So it's just like maybe you're not understanding something, it says X, Y, and Z here, and then they can help you out with that and understand. Like, well, I was told, and I did a lot of research on this. I was told X, Y, and Z. But remember, they're your ally. They're not your enemy. Our second card is the King of Swords. I feel like very much he's, in reverse, you've changed this situation. Maybe you didn't have all the puzzle pieces before, or maybe you didn't see yourself as the way everyone else sees you, and this is why you made this change. You sat there and you're like, you know what? I'm better than this. This was a lesson for me, and my blessing is to cut this, whatever this is, out of my life. Death. This is all what a death is about. Death is sitting there saying, like, you know what? This thing needs to be dead to you. This needs to be a thing of the past. We have to honor the cycles. We're entering a new moon. So what do we want to release and leave behind in this cycle? And what do we want? Where are we going to ask the universe? We were talking about March 3rd, 3-3. What can we ask about from the universe to help us as we go forward? What would you like to see? Set it out to the universe. Set your intentions out, your partitions out. What would I like to have in this new cycle? What you need right now. We're not talking about $1 million down the road. What do you need right now? So never look at the death card as a bad thing. It's to all talk about change and transformation. The best thing is that the sun is going to come out tomorrow. So they're saying in this darkness, again, this was highlighted last week, we have the light to look to. The full moon is what we had to look to. Now they're saying the sun, the most beautiful card you can get in the tarot reading. All about success, not only in the financial way, but in the emotional way, the spiritual way, our insides. Our insides are just as important as the outside world. And we tend to forget that. New beginnings, profound change, transformation is the promise of the death card. So many people look at it like, no, we're cutting things out. They're telling you, you need to cut something out. I feel like with the King of Swords, you did cut them out. They're saying you don't want that. When I get the King of Swords, either you're doing something illegal or the police are going to get involved. Either your neighbors, you guys are being so loud that your neighbors are going to call, or one of the parties that involved are going to call. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups in reverse. You are leaving this behind. This is going to be water under the bridge. We are not going to weep over this because we are better than this. They're saying, look at what you have. Appreciate what you have. Let's change this now before we end up in the hospital. I feel like this was going to be hospital taking your life kind of situation. So this was definitely a wake-up call from the universe. Wake up. You're better than this. Realize the powerful person that you are. Like they said, look at all the situations you got yourself through before. Why are you going to sit there and let this take you out? No way. This is definitely a wake-up call for some. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, March 8th, 2021. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.